Hello there, Ray here, and I just spent the last 6 hours experimenting with the new April Fool's snapshot. This thing is just loaded with secret Easter eggs and some of the most bizarrest things I've ever seen in the 13 years of playing this game. And at the end of the video, I'll show you guys how we tricked the game into giving us our inventory back, despite it literally being called one block at a time. Now subscribe and like the video as it really helps out. Here on a multiplayer, and you can actually grab other people and stack them on top of you, but they can also leave your stack just by crouching, or someone else could steal your stack too. So it's kind of a funny mini game you can do. See, when someone else picks you up, you can actually see how much hearts they have, but their hearts are kind of glitched out. If N logs out while he's holding me, then I just fall to the ground. What in the world? Someone got in a boat, and then someone grabbed the boat, and they're running there with the boat. Can I jump in the boat too? Oh yes! Another person can jump the boat. That's so cool. Oh, I'm in the boat. Hey, it's a 2-passenger. That's insane. Oh my goodness, you can make a boat tree with this. Okay, so I got Doom on my head, and we'll do clear to clear my inventory. And what does it do? To clear him? He just vanished. Where did you go, Doom? Oh, he's invisible. He's breaking blocks so we can't see him. He's got clear. Oh, it makes everyone else vanish for me. Actually, I can't even see any of the entities. Like the llama, the villagers, they're all missing for me. I probably look like a ghost picking up stuff and putting it around. Okay, let's relog. And everything comes back. So the footsteps that the player makes is a reference to the footstep item that was shown back in previous April Fool's versions. If you jump, you can actually get footsteps to appear in mid-air. If we just keep pushing the jump button, we can actually slowly float upwards with the chicken. They can't actually fly. We got a spider, and you're supposed to be able to climb up walls. Oh, you can? Oh my goodness. This is so cool. We got a gas. Let's see if this thing helps us fly. No. Got ourselves a guardian. Now we can zap people with it. Come on, take them all on. Kill them. No, they're trying to steal my guardian. No, they stole it. Well, the pig is upside down, and when you jump to a ceiling, you can actually have it snap to it, so you can walk on the upside downs of blocks, which is really cool. Now, the pig's anti-gravity ability is a reference to Spider Pig. It looks pretty amazing. Just kind of snaps to any block that's above you. Okay, holding onto a magma pretty much just kills you. Having a dolphin is actually kind of nice, because you always keep that dolphin's grace with you. Oh my goodness, the giant looks so funny. It's like way above you. Let me grab the giant. Oh, there, I got it. Oh my goodness. That is so awesome. I got the giant. See if we can chuck it. So you can control the dragon depending on which way you face. It's a little bit slow at turning because it is a dragon. Face downwards. The dragon goes downwards. Face upwards. The dragon goes upwards. Pretty cool. Taking the dragon down into the void will actually make the player and the dragon end up in the overworld, way up at the top of the world. The same thing happens if you try it in the nether. The dragon's amazing in the overworld, it just destroys all the blocks. And let's go into the void of the overworld, and you die. What in the world? We got some people that really like to collect endermen. Oh my goodness. Look how tall these stacks are! This is just insane. Wait, what if the two guys put their stacks together? Can one guy pick up the other guy? Nope. Okay. So he must reach the limit of how many he can hold. So we got item frames. Let's see how they work. You can place them down, and you can actually place stuff inside them. That's pretty remarkable. Actually, one of the few things that works the way you expect it to. I picked up the item and the item frame all in one. That was weird. We're gonna try to grab a shulker bullet, and it looks like we got it. Oh, that is amazing. Semi-Boy looked into the Minecraft code and found out that if your Minecraft character's name is Ulruf, the name of the Mojang developer who worked on this snapshot, when you hold bamboo in your hand, you're actually able to eat it, which is something you can't normally do. And you can even trick the game into thinking that your name is Ulruf without actually having the account. He also found inside the code there's an Easter egg. If you actually name a wolf with the name Mars, it will turn into this brown dog here. And if you name an iron golem billyballlong, it will become Jolly. So let's go ahead and we can break this ice and kind of pretty much silk touch it. But it was also shown that you can throw the ice up, and when it hits you in the head, it will snap to it, but it also will freeze you. So just like you're inside a powder snow, once you do take some damage, the ice goes launching off. That is a pretty cool feature. If you're in creative and you throw a block up and it hits you, it kind of glitches right into you, but eventually goes down and places a block. So if you throw up a magma block and it hits you on the head, it catches you on fire. That bounces off of you. That's pretty cool. Throwing a snow layer on you also freezes you. Now you can even hold the actual fire block, which looks really cool because it's animated. So if we grab some cobble and then we throw that cobble into lava, it just automatically smelts it. Let's try this with food, and it doesn't seem like it cooked. So you can't actually grab the liquids. Ice thrown into lava will immediately turn it into water. Throwing iron ore into this will automatically smelt it down. The question is, if you have fire on you, do you still burn? And it looks like you do. Oh, now I'm on fire and I'm holding fire. So if we throw this iron ingot onto this crafting grid, like so, it crafts it down into a nugget. You can craft stuff. You can shift click items onto places where you want to place them in. If you've got 3x3 crafting grid and you throw the last item onto it, it'll craft that item. So we got shears, and you actually get double the amount you normally would get. So we got 2 shears. Oh, that is so messed up. Oh, okay. So that could have made either a stick or a pressure plate, and it made a pressure plate, probably because I was facing this direction. Okay, so we'll throw a crafting table on it. Oh, okay, so crafted those blocks. Ah, okay, so that worked. Just need a crafting grid in the center and then 3x3 on the outside. So we broke a chest and it dropped the end portal frame. This is as an item. We can actually move it around. Okay, we're in the stronghold. Let's see if we can actually fill this in. It'd have to take a lot of trips in survival. But typically it looks like it wants to be placed sideways, but then when you're here, it's all being placed correctly. Oh my goodness, it places it over there. That's a bug to do with which way you place in the portals. Notice that these portals aren't placed incorrectly. That's pretty cool. It actually destroys some blocks. So you could use that to break any indestructible blocks like bedrock. Okay, we got Eye of Ender. We'll throw that. Now the Eyes of Ender don't point to the stronghold, but the actual portal frames point to where it's at, unless you're in the other dimensions. Okay, we're attempting to build a sideways end portal. It doesn't look like it works. Okay, I'm going to be breaking this. Oh, it actually breaks pretty fast. Okay, so we're breaking a portal frame, and you can actually obtain it in survival. When you place down this portal, it just randomly chooses a way to face. Oh, so you can actually build the portal here in the nether dimension as long as you have these guys facing upwards and not other weird directions. So the F3 ghost in the end counter is actually showing 4 now. Sembi looked into the Minecraft code and he says the ghosting has to do with noise. Okay, let's throw fire on top of the TNT. Hey, it ignites it. Oh, it actually did work. Smelted down the ore down into an item. That's pretty cool. So let's throw some gravel near grass. And it kind of skids and actually starts a fire, kind of like Flat and Still. It actually spreads pretty darn fast. Having wet sponge beside fire will dry it out. Mushroom block beside fire will turn it into shroom light. Throwing down seagrass will place the grass and water with it. The grass item looks kind of strange when it lays as an item. Okay, let's see if we can grab this waterlogged stair. And it looks like the water stays. So when you're in creative, you can put the block off it and it works as an infinite block that can be placed. Really useful. So we got a barrel, let's throw it up in the air and have it fall on our head. And oh my goodness, we're completely submerged in the barrel. Oh my goodness, look at this view. This is so amazing. You're like inside of the barrel peeking outwards. This kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, some like vintage video games. What happens when you crouch? Oh! When you crouch, you snap to the ground. Oh, you actually snap to the nearest block. Oh, like completely disguised. That is so amazing. You can't pick me up in the barrel. Can you pick me up there? Oh, look at that. Oh, I get moved around. Oh, that's so cool. Just hiding as a barrel. It even makes a barrel noise. That's amazing. I think that's the best one yet. You can't move when you're crouched though. Ow, knocked the barrel off me. No, he's the barrel now. What in the world? I got picked up by him and I'm also as a barrel. That's insane. Oh, that does look really cool. Geronimo! Oh, I died with it. So we got a chest plate and let's go ahead and throw it up in the air and see if it goes onto us. Hey, we're wearing it, but not quite wearing it the way we want to. Let's throw a block into the void and see what happens. Yeah, it just keeps falling. Oh, okay. So throwing spyglass up makes it snap onto your head as like a big Pinocchio nose. I'll throw the ender pearl and see what happens. Just snaps my head. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a smiley face or something. What do you guys think that is? Let's grab this entity fireball. Looks crazy. They're just running around with the fireball. So throwing the fireball at the sand will cook the sand and turn it into glass. That's pretty cool. Throwing fire into the water. Oh, it actually lit up down there for a second before I got put out. The guys found this command block. I think it actually was dropped off by an Enderman. I mean, look how much the Endermen are trashing this place up. It's an always on redstone ore. This is a cursed block. It's a stair inside of a stone. Let's see if we can enchant this. Okay, I put loyalty on this. Tried it. I don't think it came back to me. Oh my goodness, this trident is so big. What in the world? After I threw this trident up in the air and it snaps to me, it gets like stuck in my arm. I guess you can have like, if you're missing arm, you can have this as a alternative. Paintings are entities. So we should be able to pick them up. Oh, I'm holding the painting on my head. Oh, it didn't last very long. So it looks like this when you're holding it as an item. That's entity that looks so messed up until it pops off. Okay, pick up the TNT and now I'm holding it. Now I can throw it. Oh, that's so cool. We got an armor stand. Carrying around an armor stand, that's pretty sweet. But yeah, armor stands do work as you expect them to. Let's try to see if we can put on some chests. Oh yeah, we can put armor on these things. And then we can pick it up. So we can actually carry a fully loaded armor stand full of armor. So it seems like armor stands are kind of like immune to blocks falling on them. They kind of get weird and they start hopping and then they try to jump on top of it. So most of the time you can stack entities, but when it comes to fish, you grab a fish, try to grab another one. It just releases the first one. Oh my goodness, the barrel actually does snap to it. What? The complexity of the snapshot is so much. The dragon egg actually works normally where it teleports about. Around a shulker is really funny looking, and once in a while it'll shoot out a bullet. What? Look at all the bullets that end has. He's collecting bullets. It looks really cool too. They make like little designs. Oh, that is amazing looking. So we found a chest with some items in it from a village, and we put a hopper underneath with a dispenser. So what's going to happen when we place down a redstone block? It doesn't seem to actually activate. If we look at the actual block, it's not even considered a tile entity, so it can't even contain any information. The end stone turns into end bricks. Powering a dropper with the item in front will just make the item fall just straight down. And if this item is water, it turns into a water bucket until it hits the ground and turns back into a water source. But if it's a dispenser, it'll shoot the block forward. And it looks pretty crazy when it does the water. So we're trying to use a composter, and it seems like it actually does work. Oh, so a bone meal goes flying out of it. Okay, let's see if we can use bone meal on crops. Actually, it does work. So even if we try to summon in a item that is a special type, like a bedrock, it doesn't actually drop any item. Oh, it's so cool. So this guy is offering snow golems, and he's also offering iron golems. Let's see, I'll switch to it. There, so he offered a snow golem, shaking like he's cold. So if you wait a while with the cleric holding his item, he'll slowly shift through them. So he's showing some glowstone, some redstone, and he also has a silverfish. This trader sells a silverfish. That's pretty cool. The more you trade these guys, the more unique stuff they give you. So we end up getting a lot of different weird types of blocks from these guys. Now when it comes to what type of mobs these villagers will sell you, the farmers can sell skeletons as well as skeleton horses and wither skeletons. Where cartographers will give you a parrot, clerics can give you a silverfish, a zombie villager, a snow golem, or an iron golem. Toolsmiths will give you creepers. Butchers will give you chicken, pigs, cows, and goats. Leatherworker will give you cows and cats, and the shepherds, fleshers, librarians, weaponsmiths, as well as masons and wandering traders cannot give any entities. Got a powder snow bucket, I'll throw it up in the air. What? It turns into powder snow. And then it comes back down as powder snow bucket and freezes you. And then it pops back off as powder snow item. Then when you hold it, it looks like a powder snow item from third person. Then it looks like the bucket. So we're holding something and we're going to sleep in a bed, and that's what it looks like. Yeah, it hit the villager and snapped onto his head. That's pretty funny. We throw a sheep, drops its wool. We pick up the wool and we throw it back onto the sheep. So now we got 2 extra wools. Once again, throw the sheep and repeat this process, and you gain 2 wool each time. Very weird. Now since dispensers and droppers don't have any data in this snapshot, let's see if we can actually move them. Oh, you can actually move them! Oh my goodness! Which is something you normally can't do in Java Edition. But it only works for a couple of them that got erased, not the hoppers and stuff. It's a falling sand slime block that fell onto a wheat, and it looks so cursed. Cactus actually looks really strange when you throw it because it can't snap as a block, which means you can see the bottom of the cactus, and this is what it looks like. Oh my goodness. It just keeps multiplying. So the end result was that the whole area got completely filled in with the wool blocks because they snapped to the edges. Poor sheep. We got baby sheep, and let's throw it. And yeah, it actually can shear off the wool of baby sheep, which is normally something you can't do in survival. Now, if you're holding a special type of wool cutter and you hit a sheep with it, it'll actually put that wool onto it and knock the other one off. You can put the powder snow down and pick it up. When you put it in your offhand and you place it, it's going to place down just the powder snow, and you're going to have a bucket left in your hand. Then you can go ahead and break the powder snow. Then you end up having a bucket plus a bucket of powder snow. So you actually duplicated the bucket. Right click a pig with the saddle. We actually can ride the pig. That's pretty cool. Give yourself a carrot on the stick. Carrot stick looks so messed up. It's like I'm holding a bow or something. Oh yeah, the carrot stick does work. Then you right click, it makes the pig go fast, but not in the right direction. What in the worldy? This Enderman's holding half a door. Funny guy. So you could throw the pumpkin onto any mob, but some of the small ones don't actually show the pumpkin on their head. So this guy's wearing it. Only when you hurt this guy does he actually make it fall off once again. So if you throw a normal pumpkin down beside a cactus, it will actually carve it. Now it has a face in it, but I guess we lost our cactus. Also here in the default world, I noticed that there is sideways slabs. I guess that's a reference to people always wanting slabs to be not only placed down flat, but also on the side of walls. Now, some of you guys in the comments said that these kind of whitish leaves are actually the leaves from Bedrock Edition that go with the trees that have snow layers on top of them. Something we don't have in Java. Sammy Boy says that these are colored this whitish color because they don't have the biome color applied to them. Even though we are here in a plains biome, the azalea, which are these leaves, do look normal. The glass pane here actually looks really weird as an item. Each of these eggs are actually a different type. They just look like the default ones as items. So if we go ahead and we kill all entities but the player, you can see that those little items that were just sitting on the floor are actually entities. So I tried to mine a command block, but you can see we're not making any progress. That means those cannot actually be mined. Same thing for the structure blocks. So if we stare at Enderman, will he give us his item? Yeah, he does. Okay, so that's one way you can actually get all the unobtainable blocks they normally can't get in survival, like bedrock, command blocks, and etc. Oh my goodness, we found a guy that has a mob spawner. Okay, make it give it to us. Give me your spawner. Okay, here he comes. Yes. Yes, we got a spawner. Place it down, it's a pig spawner. We have some grass. We can actually get pigs to spawn in. And when you break the mob spawner, you can see this one is a skeleton. And it comes into your hand. You can go ahead and then move it around and place it somewhere else, but it will turn into a pig. So we actually had Enderman drop off this bedrock block, so you could obtain it in survival. I can't even tell what is progress and what's not. Okay, let's stop mining and see if it goes away. Oh yeah, so we were making some progress on the bedrock, and supposedly it takes like 10 minutes to actually mine it in survival, but that's only for this snapshot. That's another way you could obtain it. So the harder the block is, the more damage it does when it hits something. So throwing a bedrock block at a wither will instantly kill it, which is amazing. This Enderman must have dropped off frosted ice. It's even having an age 1, so it's cracking a little bit. That's pretty crazy, because you can't actually obtain this in survival as a block. But let's see what happens if we try to break this. It's just invisible. Oh my goodness, we're actually holding frost ice, which is normally not possible. And then we right click, it places it down. That's crazy. Let's see if we can throw it on her head. Can't tell. Found an Enderman with the catalyst, and it's animated as well. This is the only way you can actually get this as renewable resource currently. Oh, we found an Enderman who's also holding a command block, one of the purple ones, which is always running. Oh my goodness, so when you think of items you can't obtain in survival, you don't normally think of the actual player head. That is one of them. So I have an Enderman, and if I go to spectator mode, then I can pull this Enderman into the water. Notice when he teleports me with it. So I actually got teleported, just like Enderman. So the Enderman's actually placed down cauldrons with lava in them. That means you could do like a really restricted sky block where you don't even have to start with water or lava. You can just get it from the Enderman. Also, all the water that they're placing down is eventually stopping them from being able to spawn here, and also the light. So I found this mob head, but it's not placed on the ground like most blocks are. It's placed on the side of a block. I did not know Enderman could do that, or is it a special block that they're holding? Maybe they're holding the block that's already like this, so when it's placed, it's already placed onto a wall. I almost completely forgot about these blocks. These are puzzle blocks, which are something you use in creative. They got a furnace that's already on. These Endermen are hacking. They're actually able to click inside this and place and feel. Oh my goodness, this Enderman had a curved rail. So cake's actually invisible in your hand when you pick it back up again. You can see it here. Look at this hacker here. Got a stair that is turned both directions. Looks so wonky. If you throw a spyglass at a skeleton, you can see he gets it as an eye. And if we do this one more time, now he has two of them. So it's like he has binoculars on all the time. And the barrels can be thrown on any mob. And you can see I'll try to put it on its face, but it looks pretty weird. Throwing a dripstone makes the trident noise. So we couldn't get a saddle onto a donkey, but right-clicking a saddle onto a horse actually worked. So it looks like we got the horse's hearts in the center, and then we have the jump meter here. Okay, so we got a tame llama, and we'll right-click at the chest. It actually does work. That's pretty cool. So Bob showed that you can actually click items into their inventory. So if you go ahead and put the item in your offhand, then shift-click into their inventory. Then you can use the offhand button, which is usually F, to put the item inside of the inventory of yourself or the llama. So pretty cool little trick you can use if you're trying to play this in survival and have actual storage. So if you use a command to give yourself the generic item, which is used in the game, so you could pick up this generic item, you put it in your offhand, then you can shift click into a llama's inventory, then press your off key to put it into here, and it says, how did we get here? So this hidden item actually has a name, which is pretty crazy. If you do this with anything else, it just comes up with its like normal name. But they do have tags. So once you get one item in here, you can actually press the middle click button to get more of them while you're in creative. Then if you throw those out, and of course any entity that touches these floating ones will take damage. So this iron golem's actually bouncing on one of them. Okay, so I got carpet, and let's put it in here, and then I'll put it inside of here, and then I'll put the carpet onto the llama. We actually got to put the carpet on the llama. That's amazing. So by doing X and then a number, I can actually get stuff into my hotbar even though it's invisible. Once I open up the llama, you can actually see all the different things. Now when you use a command to give yourself this item, in chat it actually says, how do we get here as well? Let's try to push this item with this piston. Oh, when it moves, it turns into the default carpet. Oh, that is something. And when you place down these special carpets, they don't have any collision, so you can move right through them. So using a special carpet in a carpet duper doesn't actually produce any items, probably because all items are removed. It don't look like it works with the actual items either. Sammy made a mod which allowed him to access his inventory even in multiplayer. Now even though this is a snapshot for April Fools, you can play this any time of the year. You just gotta choose this specific one inside the versions. Now check out this playlist where I play Minecraft but only on a single block without any mods. Or this one where I push the limits of survival Minecraft. Thank you everyone who joined my streams and also participated in asking questions in the comments so we can answer them today, as well as giving me advice on things that are hidden away in this snapshot. I really appreciate all your guys' support, and I will see you guys next one. Bye bye!